Good morning from the Tracy Arm Fjords. We woke up this morning to beautiful scenery entering the Tracy Arm Fjords on our way to see the Sawyer Glacier. It took about 4 hours from the time we started entering the fjords to the Sawyer Glacier and back. It was just unbelievable scenery. Every one of my family members spent quite a bit of time going from end to end and side to side of the ship, trying to capture as many beautiful moments as we could. The sun was shining. The weather wasn't too bad. It wasn't rainy. It was sunny. It was about 50 degrees. It was breezy, so it made it a little colder. But we just had an amazing time capturing all of the beautifulness of Alaska. And at the creme de la creme, the end of this journey was the Sawyer Glacier. We couldn't believe how close the ship got and how many fabulous photo moments we were able to take of the Sawyer Glacier. It was just a wonderful way to start the day and spend half of our day. We did not know what to expect because nobody really talks about the Tracy Arm Fjords and they don't talk about the Sawyer Glacier. So we were pleasantly surprised and we thought this was a great addition to our trip. And I think it was one of our, if not our favorite moments of the trip was spending time here.
Hold on, there we go.
It was so hard to go down for breakfast because we just wanted to spend all of our time on the ship, but we did force ourselves to do that. There is not a bad angle or view on this ship. We were on Royal Caribbean's Brilliance of the Seas. Yes, it's an older ship. It does need refurbishment. I have something to say about the cabins in another video, but for this video, there was not a bad view on the ship. There were so many great picturesque windows that we could view all of the scenery in Alaska, including where trivia games were held in the schooner bar. Not a bad view from anywhere. This footage was taken from the schooner bar. On this day, for lunch, we actually went to the main dining room. This was the only day that I ate lunch and the only day I had, obviously, lunch in the main dining room. We had, again, beautiful views out of the portal window from the dining room, showcasing Juneau's beauty as we entered the port of Juneau.
Oh, an onion ring.
We enjoyed our chicken sandwich, gnocchi, and quesadilla as we entered the port of Juneau. This was also the location of the one excursion that we booked through the cruise line, which was ziplining through the Tongass National Forest. What I didn't know was that the Tracy Arm Fjords and Sawyer Glacier would give us that integrated, embedded feeling of being part of the Tongass National Forest without having to zip line. One of the reasons we chose ziplining through the Tongass National Forest was to feel immersed in the forest and to feel like we were part of the forest. But the Tracy Arm Fjords and the Sawyer Glacier are also within the Tongass National Forest. And so for me, I don't know for any of my other family members, but for me, that was really important to feel part of it. And this is my niece, who was the first to zip line through the Tongass National Forest. She's absolutely fearless and really encouraged the rest of us to zip line.
Right.
I could not believe how completely scared I was because I had zip lined the redwood forest in California before, but I was so terrified, and this wasn't even as high as that. But I was nervous. I got through the first zip line. That's always the most challenging part. So if you're thinking about zip lining, the most challenging part is the very first platform and doing the very first zip line. Once you get through that, it gets much easier after that. I have a separate video of our ziplining experience that you can watch. I'll put a link in the description below. After ziplining, we headed back to the lodge where we put our gear back, and we were pleasantly surprised with the opportunity to do axe throwing. My family talked me into it. I really wasn't that excited about axe throwing because we have axe throwing across the building, across the street from the building where I work. And so, but we did it and it was fun. Everybody had a really good time, and we felt like this was a bonus part of our trip. We then decided we had enough time to check out the Mendenhall Glacier and Nugget Falls. I pretty much think that my brother talked us all into going to visit this area, and I'm glad he did. We wanted to do the tram, so it was kind of a toss up. Do we do the tram and take that up to Mount Roberts and the Totem Park? You know, you can see it from the cruise ship. It's right there. You catch it in downtown Juneau. Or do we take a taxi and go to Nugget Falls and the Mendenhall Glacier? After our experience with Sawyer Glacier, all of us agreed that we wanted to see Mendenhall Glacier and the Nugget Falls. When you get to Mendenhall Glacier, there is a viewing area where you can view the glacier and Nugget Falls, and there's also a little trail that you can take to Nugget Falls. So we took the trail. It's about a 2 mile hike round trip, and it is 100% worth it. If you can do it, I would highly recommend doing it. We couldn't believe the waterfall. And I've been to Niagara Falls and I've been to other falls in the area, but just being able to get up close to Nugget Falls like we did was just, it's just an amazing feat to see this in person. Videos and photos just cannot do it justice. I mean, listen to the power of this waterfall. I think the falls completely overshadows the Mendenhall Glacier. If you are on a cruise ship and you go to see the Sawyer Glacier or another glacier, you get up close views of that glacier from the cruise ship. So it was hard to see Mendenhall Glacier from the vantage point of where the falls are. We took several photo ops, and then my brother told us that it was good luck to touch the waterfalls. I don't know if it's true. I haven't looked it up, but each one of us, this is me right here, took the opportunity to walk up to the falls and put our hands in the water, hoping that what my brother said was true and that we would have good luck for the remainder of the year. And whether it's true or not, I don't really care. I thought it was cool to go up and touch the water. And I think all of our family members thought it was cool to be able to go up and touch the water as it was coming down. If you know whether this is true or not, please comment below and let me know. This is my son climbing up the rocks and wanting to get good luck from the water as it was coming down. That's what we touched. It was pretty cool. And yes, the water is cold. But we're from Michigan, so it didn't seem that cold to us. We then walked back to the entrance for photo ops of Mendenhall Glacier, the viewing area of where they tell you to see the Mendenhall Glacier is a much better viewpoint of the glacier than where Nugget Falls is. So if you take the trail to Nugget Falls, it literally is all about Nugget Falls. If you follow the informational signage that tells you where the photo op is for Mendenhall Glacier, definitely follow that recommendation by the Park Service. They know what they're talking about, and go take photos and view Mendenhall Glacier from that viewpoint. It's incredible. It's amazing. And we loved seeing Mendenhall Glacier from here. This was my third national forest that I've been to this year, so I was pretty stoked about being in the Tongass National Forest. So we took several photos, and then we headed back to Juneau and went to the hangar for dinner. It was recommended by two different people that we spoke to. And so instead of going to the famous crab shack, we went to the hangar. It had a beautiful view of our cruise ship and the Princess cruise ship. And we had an amazing time. Our server was fantastic. He made it so much fun, and we spent so much time there that the shops had all closed, and we were the last people to get back onto the cruise ship. We took the last bus to the cruise ship, and we were the last people to get on. That was our day in Juneau, and I would say that this itinerary was much better than the itinerary my husband and I did when we went to Juneau last year. And just the entire morning through the Tracy Arm Fjords and Sawyer Glacier, that entire morning just couldn't be beat on our way to Juneau. I want to thank you for watching this episode of Deb's Travel Vibe for an absolute serene vacation to Alaska. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Deb's Travel Vibes. Thank you.